Welcome to Ken Wheat Field. Thank you all for being here tonight. I promise you I won't talk long, but being a former coach, to be able to come into a facility like this that benefits all of our student athletes, certainly our football players and our coaches, that gives them an opportunity to participate and train and develop at a very high level, and certainly recruiting is a part of that as well. We're delighted that you're here with us tonight. I'd also like to give special thanks to all the donors who contributed to this facility, as well as the All-American Society members that are with us tonight. The All-American Society members have contributed $100,000 or more to all of our programs. Without your support, these kind of facilities would not be possible. Thank you very much. Ken and Cheryl Wheat have made a significant contribution to our program. Please join me once again to recognize Ken and Cheryl Wheat. Oh, Cheryl, right here.
There she is.
Great. This field is named in honor of the 1969 ACC championship team, which Ken was an integral part. And thank all of you, all the team members that are with us tonight. And we all know that that 69 team was special for so many reasons in a championship. But one of the reasons is because Ken Wheat became Vince Dooley's favorite player. I would also like to give special thanks to those who coordinated the building of this facility. Derek Gruner, our university architect. Where's Derek? Please be recognized. Kevin O'Connell and Jeff Davis from the athletic department. Please be recognized. Ann Derrick, our university facility and project manager. Thank you, Ann. And Margaret Jordan, our state engineer. Thank you for being with us, and thank you. I would also like to acknowledge our design team led by Gene Bell and Tom Savory from the firm of Watson Tate Savory. And our construction teams from Sherman Construction and AstroTurf. Thank you. We have numerous board members and their wives present with us tonight, so I will go through some names real quickly. Trustee Chuck Allen and his wife Sharon, Trustee Miles Lodeholt and his wife Ann, Trustee William Hubbard and his wife Cappy, Trustee Hugh Mobley and his wife Donna, Trustee Leah Moody, our chairman, Trustee Gene Ward and his wife Dee Dee, Trustee Thad Westbrook and his wife Christy, Trustee Charles Williams and his wife McLean Limehouse, Trustee Bubba Fennell and his wife Joanne. Also here is the Secretary of the Board, Amy Stone, and her husband, Mac. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to introduce our president, our 28th president of this great university in his 8th year. Arguably, he's the greatest president to ever work at this wonderful university, and to have, thank you. To have a president who's a chairman of Division I athletics, the chairman of NCAA, and a president that's so engaged in athletics, and our board makes all these facilities possible. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Harris Pastides and the First Lady, Patricia Moore Pastides.
Thank you, Ray. Well, thank you, Coach Tanner. I'm glad y'all think a lot about me, because this is the new president's house of the University of South Carolina. You know, I don't know what Patricia would think of that, but I would love to come home here after a long day at work, and I would like, where's Tommy Suggs? I would say, I'm going long, Tommy, hit me. And I know all the guys here with me tonight kind of want to put sneakers on and go long. I don't know how far we'd get, but, 10, 20 yards, but it is beautiful. And I love that sign behind me. We're going to call this place the Wheat Field. How's that? There's some pretty wheat fields. There's some pretty wheat fields in the middle of the country, and they're pretty special too, but this one's going to be the prettiest wheat field in the United States. I am so happy. You know, I wasn't here in '69, some of you weren't, but I can't tell you, from the day I arrived at this university, I heard about that special team, the ACC Championship 1969 Gamecocks. And it's been a long time after that, but, you know, we're back. You know, the Gamecocks are back. Coach Tanner's working on hiring the best coach that he can find in the United States of America, and they're going to be lucky to be Gamecocks as well. Don't worry about him, because anybody who he taps on the shoulder and say, would you consider it, they're going to be here in a minute. So we've got great, great days ahead of us. We've got 2 great games left. You know, tomorrow's Military Appreciation Day, and the Bulldogs from the Citadel, they're honorable young men, and at halftime we're going to honor them, but not in the first half or the second half. And then, you know, the week thereafter, we all go home and, you know, think peaceful thoughts with our family. I love Thanksgiving because it's a poultry holiday, just like the Gamecocks, right? You know, we're going to eat that big dinner, and I know some people are disappointed that it's a noon kickoff and all that, but I kind of think maybe it'll work in our favor. And wouldn't it be something? I'm just going to say, wouldn't it be something if we... It would be something, but I am honored to serve as your president. I'm going to introduce Don in a minute, but let me say, some people ask me about this place. Did you really need it? And the answer is absolutely. We really needed it. Is it just to keep up with the Joneses? No, it's not to keep up with the Joneses. It's to provide the best athletic facilities, to go with the best academic facilities, to go with the best university anywhere. And let me end with this. Some people think athletics and football, it's like a compartment of the University of South Carolina. Athletics is not a compartment. Athletics is a layer over the whole University of South Carolina. When athletics is doing well, applications are up, the admission yield goes up, philanthropy goes up, the mood of the faculty goes up, the mood of the students go up, people eat out more and spend more money, and so that's what this is about. It's just the next step in a great athletic program at the greatest university I know. So now help me welcome one of the all-time greats, a member of that 1969 team, and by the way, Ray didn't say this, trustee emeritus of the University of South Carolina, the one and only number 22, Donald Bailey.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. AD. Mr. Wheat. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this wonderful celebration tonight. In Harris, I appreciate the accolades that all these guys that I played with knows is not true. But we had a good time anyhow. It's so really wonderful to see so many of the team here tonight. You know, I was hoping we were going to have a good turnout, but it's even been bigger turnout than I thought. It's amazing how you don't look the same. And I know I haven't changed a bit. The only ACC championship team in the history of the University of South Carolina. Give yourself a hand of applause. But you know, I think we really need to take a moment to remember a lot of our teammates who aren't here tonight, and a lot of our coaches, a few of our coaches who aren't here tonight. But I'm sure that Coach Rattery's got them upstairs looking down on us, wondering how he's going to get us to run some wind springs tonight. But join me in remembering Rick Brown, Jimmy Nash, Billy Boyd, Dennis Ford, Jimmy Poston, Kenny Walkup, my roommate, Danny Dykes, Jim Poston, Kenny Walkup, I already said that. Rudy Holloman, Jimmy Kleckler. And I will never forget Tiger Johnson. Now, those of you who don't know why they're laughing is because Tiger took out 5 teeth one day at practice. Because Jimmy Pope missed the block. Okay. Randy Williams, Billy Stokes, Tim Bice, of course, Coach Dietzel, Coach Rattery, and Coach Brown. That was Coach Rattery. But the reason we're here tonight is because of our teammate, Ken Wheat. Ken made this happen. My notes say, for those of you who don't know, but obviously you now know, that Ken made this possible with a gift. He did it because he loves us. He did it because he loves the University of South Carolina, to enhance the football facilities so that we would continue to excel. Ken's unselfish decision to have the name and have the field named in our honor is indicative of how much he loves all of us. Thank you very much, Ken. Jack Wilson told me to lean close to the mic. Jack? We had a great year in 1969. We were undefeated in the ACC. We beat Clemson for the second of what would be 3 years in a row. We had a lot of great talent on that team. I'm only going to mention a few, so don't get mad at me, guys, if I left your name off the list. But we can't forget Warren Muir. What a great athlete, All-American. Freddie Ziegler. I saw Freddie earlier. Tommy Suggs. Dave DiCamella, Danny Dykes, Jim Poston, Lynn Hodge, Dave Lucas, All-American Dickie Harris, my hero Tyler Helms,
Yes, sir.
Bo Davies, and many, many others. But, you know what, guys? It would not have happened if it weren't for the Brown team.
Yeah.
The Brown team rode on the second team high school bus, while the first team rode on the air-conditioned Greyhound bus. But we had more fun. We kept the team loose, and I'm convinced that we are responsible for many of those wins in 1969. So let's thank Brown team captain Jim Pope for keeping us ready to play. So back to Ken Wheat, our friend Wheatie. It was already mentioned earlier, but I'm going to mention it again. I will never forget the hit at Athens, Georgia. And I'll never forget what Coach Dooley said after the game, that Ken Wheat is the toughest player in college football, or something like that, right, Ken?
Sanford State. I think it was dirty.
I wasn't going to say it. But you know, I want to tell you about my friend Ken Wheat. He's one of the most generous guys I've ever met. He's unselfish. He loves this university. He's always helping people. He's donated some money, of course, but he does a lot more than that with his time and many, many wonderful causes. So instead of having this facility named after just Ken Wheat, he wanted to include his teammates in 1969 ACC championship so that our legacy will be here forever. I think we need to thank Ken one more time. I'm almost finished. And the guys, I hate to remind you of this, but it's been almost 50 years. 50 years since we won that wonderful championship. Life moves on, things come and go, friendships change. But the bond that this team has maintained all these years is well known. I'm proud to be your teammates. I'm happy to call Ken Wheat my friend, and I'm so proud to be able to thank Ken and the university, Coach Tanner, for giving me the opportunity to represent my 69 team here tonight. In closing, in Charleston this summer, we had a terrible tragedy where 9 innocent people were killed. As we leave here tonight, let us not forget how precious life is and how fortunate we are to share these times together. Thank you very much. Sorry, I forgot I was supposed to introduce the hero of tonight. My friend, what else can I say about this guy? I think he could play tomorrow if we needed him. Ken, I love you. Thank you so much for all you do for all of us.
Thank you.
I tell you what. Hey, not bad for old poor boy from Georgia. I tell you what, that's pretty good. You know, it's really amazing. But Cheryl was telling me the other night. She said, "You're the luckiest person I know," and she said every time you touch something, it seems to turn to gold. And you know, she's right. And I kind of went back over my life, and you know, I met her at 15 years old and decided that I wanted her to be my wife someday. And eventually in 1971, we got married. So we've been married for 44 years. And she's put up with me. And, you know, some of the things that she's put up with over the years, it's really amazing. And then Jeremy Wilson. Jeremy, where's Jeremy Wilson? Raise your hand. Is Jeremy still here? Am I looking at him? Anyway, Jeremy Wilson gave me my first job in this business back in the early 70s and kind of got my career started. And then a guy named Donnie Boyd gave me the opportunity to be his partner in the early 80s. And then my life has taken off from there. But probably the luckiest part of my whole life was my wife, Cheryl. And then to be able to share this with my teammates is just so important. And I just want to thank y'all for coming, and let's have a good time and enjoy it. Thank you.